Sorry. Greetings from Maine. My name is Tammy, and welcome to SoFly's Unique Boutique. First of all, I want to welcome everybody who's new. Thank you so much for coming and seeing me today. I really appreciate it, and thank you for all the new subscribers that I have gotten over the past couple of weeks. I really appreciate that too. And to my old subscribers, well, welcome. You know I love you all. Thank you so much. Okay, so why don't we jump into things? First of all, I want to go over a couple of finishes that I was able to do or get done. Move that out of the way. And move that out of the way. So, first of all, we have Doctor Who icons. I finished this yesterday. This is a birthday present from my husband, whose birthday is on the 20th of March. It's on an 18 count vintage modeled gray, some sort of Ada that they have at Hobby Lobby, and I love how it came out. There may be an error in placement here, but I really don't know. I backstitched as I went, and I got, I think this was the last thing I finished, was this little sonic screwdriver. This one has inspired me to find more Doctor Who things, because not only does my husband like that Doctor Who, but so does my brother-in-law and my stepson. And then the other one is on a 16 count teal and purple, and it is Why is a Raven Like a Writing Desk. I got this one from, I think, Nerdy Stitches on Etsy. Not quite sure. The fabric I got from Wicked and Whimsy on Etsy. And like I said, it's a 16 count, and it's done in the called for DMC. I like how it came out. This one was almost a year old, and it was the first thing I worked on for my 2023 Mania. I had 4 projects, 1 per week, and it's the only one that I not completed, but worked on for 1 week for my Mania. And I'm not doing Mania this year. I am doing Magical May, which will have, I think, Harry Potter. Hopefully that's right. I don't know. Harry Potter, Alice in Wonderland, anything that has to do with witches and fairies and any of that kind of thing. Okay. So, next are my whips. First of all, I finished number 24 on my whip go, and this is what I started on Tuesday? No, Monday. It is The Season of Love by Tracy Richards of Wrought Iron Stitching. It's in the Just Cross Stitch. December magazine. But I saw a flag like this as well. I want to do the flag. So I started doing the tree. I've gotten these 3 here done and started down here. And I'm doing this on an 18 count white and silver. It's kind of like an opalescent a little bit. So I got that done, or started anyway, and here it is. I don't know if you can see the opalescent in there, but I'm using Christmas green and Christmas red from Sulky, and hopefully it'll come out cool. I'll probably work on this more in Jingle Jangle July, which is basically my version of Christmas in July. Okay. Next one. I don't have a picture for this one, unfortunately, but I started this on Saturday. After I got Why is Raven done? So here it is. This is like a Halloween stamp, kinda. This is on an 18 count Ada that I dyed myself, Pearl Gray. I like the modeling in it. It came out really cool. The border and the little leaves that go down here, those are all done one strand full cross. And then the little 13, same thing. There's pumpkin here, but there's like a little bunch of stuff in this corner here. That's also going to be one strand full cross. The Halloween, the Happy and the Halloween and the Boo and the pumpkin that's right here, those are done 2/1 full cross. And if it's back far enough, you don't even notice that the border's only one, single. One strand full cross. But I think it's coming out now. I don't know. I think it may be from Witchy Stitcher or Night Spirit Studios. I'm not all entirely sure. And then after my video last time, I worked on the Fairy Tale Rabbit. There he is. He's so cute. I got a little further. I'm still doing the wallpaper. I'm just doing like down this way, down this way, down this way, and so forth. I'm not really doing anything else too exciting about that. But here it is. I've gotten the corner complete, the top left-hand corner complete. I started on the watch, just right here. As you can see, I have a little watch, pocket watch needle minder. I still have some back stitching to go, but I'm going to complete the watch first, and then I'm just going to move over and work my way down to past the watch to the teapot, key. There's a spoon that goes here. There's a teacup here. There's another spoon and a larger key. And then right in the middle is the white rabbit. So this is my I have to get back to this one. I know I do, and I'm going to, but probably not until sometime. I'm going to take a couple weeks off on it. Like I have taken some time off my Christmas frog. I know I have to get back to my Christmas frog, and I also have to get back to Good Company, and there's a couple other things. Oh, my Raccoon Cabin, Frosty Forest, Raccoon Cabin. I have to get back to that too. I know. I have to get back to a lot of this stuff without. But right now I'm focusing on finishes. And a few new starts sprinkled in. So, this one I don't have a photo for either. It's called Time for Tea. It's Alice in Wonderland inspired. This right here, it's all done, the words and the teapot are all done in white, which is just so much fun to stitch. And then there's a heart down here, or a heart in the teacup. And I think instead of doing it in the color I planned, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in a sulky red. Either that or like a 321 or 498, something of a dark red. But this one I started a while ago, and this is as far as I've gotten. I have worked on a little bit on it. I ended up moving down here. I did the O, and then I'm working on the F here. So it's a lot of stitching. It's very dense stitching, unfortunately. Okay. So those are all my whips for the week. Whips and starts. So I did pretty well, I think. Could have done better, but I got 2 finishes, so that brings me up to 13 finishes for the year of 2024. Yeah. Just, you know, 44 left to go. Or 43 left to go. That'll be 60. Alright. So on my whip go board, they called 1 in 10. And for me, 1 is Plum Street Samplers, the Addams Family. I'm supposed to work on this for 4 hours. So it can be 4 days for an hour, it can be 2 hours in 2 days, or it can be 4 hours in 1 whole day. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I will figure it out. And even though I was a little, hesitant about this one, I'm really liking it. So, this is by Plum Street Samplers, and this is where I'm going to be starting. I'm unable to edit my videos, so I don't put pictures in. I've got to figure out how to do a lot of editing here. But yeah, so this is where my starting point is. Here it is. I think what I'm going to do when I get back to this, which will be on maybe Friday or Saturday, maybe Saturday. Saturday I might work on this. Is I might try to get the house in and maybe work on some of the things on the tree. There's like a big star motif up here. I might work on that. I don't know yet. This was done in an 18 count. Yeah, I think it's an 18 count. It's got 1/1 in the faces. I think I can figure out how to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do quarter stitches in the colors. Hopefully it'll work. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's that one. And hopefully I can get this started on Saturday, which would be nice for me. Okay. So that way I can put it away back where it belongs and then haul it out again, because I do believe that this is on my 24 and 24. So this is one of the 12 whip parts of my 24 and 24. And I think I'm going to put this in my husband's kind of like office kind of thing where you see me taping before, because it's kind of drab. The other thing is number 10, and that is to work on Boo for 5 days for an hour. Alright, so here is Boo, and this is by Mama Witch X Stitch. It's also known as the Family Portrait, but this is the best picture I have of it. So, And these are the colors. And this is my starting point. It's not very much, but here it is. There we go. And I believe that this is the neck right here of this lady. So there it is. So I think after 5 days for an hour, this should get some pretty good progress, hopefully. Put this in now. Alright, I'm gonna zip something. But yeah, that should get some pretty good progress. Alright. That's done. Okay, so we went over that kind of thing. So we have, I have a little bit of stash here and some starts. This is called the Geometric Moose. This is going to be a March start because he looks pretty funky. So I kind of like him. And then this is going to be a quick stitch. It's just shamrock. I don't really have that much St. Patrick's Day stuff. But this is also going to be an homage to my dad because his birthday was March 17th. And I remember my grandmother telling me a story about the way it's been done in my family is the husbands pick out the first name and the mothers normally pick out the middle name. That's the way it's always been done. I picked out my daughter's middle name. Her biological father picked out her first name. So, I didn't have a name until, when it was almost time for me to leave and they had to fill out the birth certificate and my father finally came up with it. But anyway, so when my grandmother had my dad, where he was born on St. Patrick's Day, they thought that maybe it would be a good idea for him to have an Irish name. So they came, that was my grandmother's brother who thought that would be a good idea. So they ended up hemming and hawing. I mean, they went with like Reginald, this, that, and the other, all of a sudden. So, needless to say, he ended up with the name Ronald. And everybody in his family called him Ronald. But my mom didn't when they started dating. And they didn't live that far from each other. I mean, they were only maybe 3 or 4 houses away from each other. So, you think, yeah? They were only about 3 houses away from each other. But it was kind of a long stretch, So, yeah. So that's how he ended up with the name Ronald. And that's the story she told. So I thought it was kind of neat. Okay. This one, I don't remember when I got this one, but I printed it off recently. It's from Black Waltz Stitching on Etsy. And it's a tarot card called The Reader. Now, my stepson's girlfriend She loves to read. In fact, she's rather socially awkward. So she brings stuff so she doesn't have to join in the conversation. Like at Christmas time, she brought her, her Switch. Normally it's a book. If she doesn't have to, she's very socially awkward. She doesn't like talking. And when she does talk, you kind of have to go, what? But anyway, so this I thought I would do for her as a Christmas present. Yes, they do have tarot card cross stitches that you can do, and she's kind of blackish. She likes black, and so I think this would appeal to her and my daughter, because my daughter loves to read as well. This one I did get from my daughter because it fits her so well. It's from the Witchy Stitcher. It's called Antisocial Bats. And it says, I am not a social butterfly. I'm an antisocial bat lurking in the darkness. That kind of fits her too. Once she gets off her grounding, she'll be back in her room with the door closed and, not talking to anybody. But, so that's that. This one I've had for a little bit too. This also comes in a set, but I don't know. I might just buy them one at a time. This is from the Robin Rainbow Hunter. And hold on one second. Doesn't say. But anyway, it is the Queen of Hearts stuck in a jar. And they have the Mad Hatter in a jar, the Cheshire Cat in a jar. I think they have Alice in a jar as well. Not quite sure, but I kind of liked it. I was like, I might get the rest of the set and try to put them all on the same piece of fabric. This is actually done on a 14 count, and the stitch size is probably less than 4x4. So either that or turn them into ornaments or something. I don't know. And then this is from Fiddlesticks AU. That was a while ago. It's only 105 stitches wide by 60 stitches high. I'd have to find out how big it would be on 18 count, but it can't be much smaller than approximately 7x4. It's called Off With Their Heads, and I'm loving it. I mean, they even got the pink flamingo that they were using to play croquet. And I'm not really a pink person, but I guess for this I could be a pink person because it's not all pink. Just not much of a pink person. So anyway, this one I printed off. Can't remember the name of it. I think it's Scary Cat or Scaredy Cat, because the cat looks like it's got fangs and the flowers are little skulls. But here it is. I think I might have got this from 1,000 Patterns on Etsy. Or, don't know. Not quite sure. But it's not very many. I don't think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 colors. It actually isn't too awful bad. A couple half stitches, back stitches. No French knots, thank goodness. Very thrilled about that. Oof. Don't like to do French knots. I have a bunch of on a Mook. They have a lot of French knots, and they're getting beads. End of that story. All right, this one I saw from Cross Stitch Foxy. I thought of my brother. What? I know why I thought of my brother, because my brother has a motorcycle, and he loves beer. So, this is FavoriteGnome, and this one, I'm going to make sure I send it to him, so he'll call me and yell at me when he's done. But I thought it was cute, you know, and it doesn't have a lot of colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So it's not bad. But it's very cute. It's very, very cute. And I have done one of her gnomes in the past, and they're rather easy to stitch up. And this one I bought a while ago too. I got it from Belarus or Sabrosa Designs on Etsy, and it's called Spring. And I kind of like the bird. And what I like about the way Bella Rosa does her PDFs is she will put your name on the pattern saying sold to such and such a person, which I think is a good idea. I know the Stitcherhood, if you get hers on her PDFs, she'll put your email, your name, I think even your address in the pattern. So it belongs to you and only you, and you can't sell it to anybody else. But I love the bird, and I just have a few. I'm not a big spring person. I'm not an outdoorsy person. Not a big spring person, but for some reason when this caught my eye and I just want to do it. So that's why I printed it. Alright. And then these I've had for a while. I have bought some new stuff, but I haven't, but most of these are older patterns that I'm showing. This is Happy Easter, and it's by Owl Stitching House. And I've had this one kitted up, I think, for a little bit. But I love the colors on it, and if I could, I might do it in like a tan, very light tan. You know, because I think I could do it on white, but I really don't like stitching on white. So I have some blue that I dyed myself. I think that might be a little bit too dark though. So I don't know, but I like it. I think it came out cool. And then I found this one. Let's see. Here's this one. It's a spring sampler. Oh, okay. It's from the French Giraffe. And I think this is absolutely adorable. And I think this might go pretty quick. I'm not quite sure. Sometimes I've done some French Giraffe patterns before. Sometimes they've gone pretty quick. Other times, not so much. It depends on how much dense stitching you have. So, but I like it. I think it's cute, and that might be a future. It might be a March start as well. Okay. And then, since Easter is at the end of March this year, I do want to do this is also by the French Giraffe. It's called the 4x4 French Easter gnome. And he is very, very cute. I don't know if you're going to be able to see him or not, but we'll try. There he is. Yes, he is. And he's got a few colors, mostly light ones, but not too bad. The most stitches, I think, is 444. That's actually not bad. And then I got this one. I think I showed this before. This is sewing seeds. This is going to be a quickie. It's Happy Easter. Each letter is done in a different color. So I was actually just thinking about, I've got some DMC variegateds that are like, I think I have a pink and I have a, I don't have any light colors, that's the big thing. I do have a pink and a purple, which is sulky, which I think I might do all the letters in, just because I kind of like that thought. So, I think I might have a light purple. And I already did this one. We saw this one. So if you're, these both came from the sewing seed. And this one I stitched up, I think, in a day and a half, if that. So I'm assuming that this Happy Easter would be just as quick. Yeah, I think so. It's only 67 by 28, and it's done on a 16 count Aida. So there's that. Okay, and I did, as you know, there has been, one of my Advent things were the owls from Riolis. Not the little blue owls, but the other ones. These ones right here. So I ended up buying the Hedgie. I thought he was cute. Very cute. But I bought the Hedgie. And then I ended up buying fabric for my start on Thursday. So I saw this and I thought, okay. Hold on 1 second. Here it is. I'm doing, on March 1st, I'm doing the Gothic Light. That's what I picked. And for my Halloweens, you know, some Halloween stitches. That's why I kind of want to get that Halloween stamp done before I start the Gothic Light. So I got way too many Halloween starts. And I have some other ones planned out. I have a cauldron from the Witchy Stitcher that says Witch on it. And I have this one here, which I love. This is called Autumn Jack. It's from Screaming Heart Designs. And I've had this one for a little bit. I love Screaming Heart Designs. They did Belfry, which is on my new starts for 2024, and they did the Queen of Skulls. And one of the colors that they call for, it's just 3 colors. It's black, white, and a DMC 4124. Well, I didn't have 4124, so I'm using 4122, which I think will do the same effect. These are DMC variants, I think they're called. So yeah, that's going to go, I'm going to try to fit them all on that piece of, all the little ones on that piece of gray fabric. If I give, like, 2 inches in between, 2.5 inches in between. Alright, so I am doing the Gothic Light by Barbara Anna. And I have 2 different, this one is called Splashy. I'll do it this way. And this is a scrap piece I got from Welcome Street. It's from Fortnite Fabrics. It's 9.5 by 9 by 9.5. I think it would fit because they're doing it on 32. And I think this is more of a gothy with the green and the whole bit. So there's that one. And then there's also this one which I got, which is an 18 count haunted 8 by 12 piece. And I kind of like this one too. So if you have a preference about which one you would like me to do it on, please comment below. I would really appreciate it. I need all the help I can get. I'm a hot mess. So, alright. And then I ended up getting a 32 count, easy count grid, white and gray. This is, I want to say it's like 13 by 18, I think. And I think this is witch elves. Yeah, I think it's witch elves because it doesn't have the orange. No orange. And that's Zweigart. But yeah. So this is going to be for my leap year new start, which I will show you now. And my friend Claudia is doing a WinkinBlinkenNodd with me. She had a WinkinBlinkenNodd pattern that she is going to do. It's a haunted house, and it is very cool looking. This one is from the January 2024 sort of club that Fee is doing, and she also has a YouTube channel. It's My Life with a Whip, I think. I don't know, I'll have to look it up. I have yet to watch them, but I commented on her latest video about how, you know, I will be mentioning it. I'm starting it on the 29th, which is Thursday, tomorrow. And I just wanted her to know. And I still need to get some colors, but I think I've got enough colors to at least start it. So it's going to be this fabric, which I've never done before, but I'm doing it 1/1. And it's the Cauldron. And I got this on WinkinBlinkenNodd on Etsy. And there's the Etsy shop. But I'm kind of looking forward to this one because this will technically be my second full coverage, but I'm not really counting the Cheshire Cat right now because I really don't have that much done. And that's going to be a focus piece next month, as well as this. I'm going to try to work on it at least once a week. And since it's a leap year this year, it takes me 4 years to do it. It takes me 4 years to do it. I'm hoping it doesn't, but if it does. I'm also going to use this that I got from Welcome Stitchery. It's a card from a project journal. And I'm going to use this because on the back, it's got the days worked on. And I can just circle the days. And I have another one of these, so I can put this one for 2024. And then if I'm still working on it in 2025, just continue. I might get some more of these from Welcome Stitchery. I don't know yet. And then the last thing I received from Amazon was some 25 count, easy count Zweigart. And the reason I got this is because I have a couple of patterns from Heaven and Earth Designs, which are, one's a midi and 2 are quick stitches, which are going to go on that, or at least some of that. So let's go with plans. Oh, there was a couple other things I wanted to show you real quick. So I ended up on FavoriteGnome, and I bought a couple of things. Come on. This is the St. Patrick's Day gnome, and this is one that I want to start. And I was unable to get pictures. But I have my Kindle here. Granted, it's an old Kindle and it's slow, but I have it on here, so I don't have to show, you know, things that I'm not supposed to show. I can just let's go back up here for a second. No. I think I showed some of those. I don't know. Like I said, it's a little slow, and I apologize. But when it comes up, I will let you know. So I'll just chat in the meantime. The other thing, well, I'm starting the Gothic Light, like I said, and the Cauldron. The only thing I did not show you was the Gothic Light by Barbara Anna. That's in the other room. And I want to work on the Fairy Rabbit, and I want to finish the Halloween. Hopefully I'll get it finished this weekend. I can work on the Fairy Rabbit this weekend. Come on, my goodness. Jeesh. So slow. No. Okay. Next. So yeah, I just want to attempt to get some things done. And I did work quite a bit on Monday. I made a bunch of bowl cozies because I have an event coming up at the end of next month. My networking group, every quarter is a they do fundraising. We do fundraising for a different charity or organization, or like we raised some money for a homeless shelter that is only open in the wintertime when it's really cold, so the homeless community, I guess, in Somersworth can, they have some place to sleep and outside when it's really cold outside, and whatnot. So yeah, we do that. And then we did where I got my dog from Mary's Dogs in Northwood, New Hampshire. And if you are looking to, adopt a dog, that's where I recommend. But that's just me. A lot of people have probably got a dog or cat or whatnot from the Pope Memorial Humane Society. And that's the lost my train of thought, sorry. That's the group that we have decided that we want to, help, is this Humane Society. Because Humane Societies can always use, like, paper towels, treats, whatnot. So we are going to be having an adoption event as well. Now, I had talked to the guy that is in charge of, you know, kind of figuring out these event things. So I asked him, because I know he's allergic to animals. So I talked to him and I said, well, have you, would it be a problem for you if at this event we also had an adoption event? And he's like, I can be in the same room with animals, I just can't be, you know, petting and doing all that. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And so I was like, all right, well, that's cool. So we decided, he and I decided, that it might be a good idea to converge the two events. If we are going to have an event for an animal shelter, the first thing that comes to my mind is having an adoption event. You know, having a few animals there, a representative that knows the animals, and pictures of all the adoptable animals. You know, and if they're good with dogs, if they're good with cats, you know, so on and so forth. So yeah. So we decided to do that, which is cool. I'm happy with it. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm doing, you know, bowl cozies that are animal themed, as well as other themes. Like I have a couple here that are, like, this is one of the ones that I was thinking, but this one is not correct. It's got some issues. So I might be selling this one for half price, which would be $5. And I want to make some of these little project things, because not only can you use them for patterns and hoops, which fit in here, and I think this is big enough for also an 8x8 Q-snap. So, you know, it's got your patterns, it would have your supplies, you know, I can even make thread beds to match. So that's going to be that. I'm also going to hopefully be able to sell a little bit of my hand-dyed fabric, which I think would be a good thing. What in the heck is going on here? Let's go. Sheesh. Sheesh. Showed that one. Come on. And then, this is part of a ball cozy, and it's got turtles on it. I want to do, you know, cats, dogs. I have frog material. I have, you know, some people are into NASCAR racing. You know, my brother is, and my sister-in-law. There's also, you know, some people are into, I think I have a couple Stranger Things, because that used to be a thing. It's not much of a thing right now. I'm also did some Mario, Super Mario 3, a Snoopy, Pride Gnomes. I know a lot of people don't like the idea of the Pride stuff, but it's a way of life now, and I think we all just have to come to terms with that. Do I want to do that? No, not really, but you know, it is what it is. So, but yeah, so if you are anywhere in, around, within driving distance of the American Legion Hall number 69 in Somersworth on Saturday, March 30th from 10 to 3, we will be at the American Legion Hall, the VFW. You come in the front door and you take a small left and you will find us. It's the Conchico Valley Networkers group putting this on. When I have more information, I will be more than happy to share it with you. So hopefully, we will have a good turnout, and you know, we'll get some people in there. I don't know, why am I having such a hard time finding this thing? Yes, yes, yes. Am I going backwards instead of forwards? Yes, I'm going backwards instead of forwards. Hold on, please. So, a couple of the things that I did write a few notes on the back. A couple of the other new starts I want to start is like I said, the geometric moose. I want to start that. I also want to start that little shamrock. Since Easter is at the end of March this year, hopefully it's going to come up now, maybe. Come on. It's at the end of March this year. There. Ooh, get back here. This is also, I partially kitted this up. Come on. Thank you. And this is the Easter gnome this is from FavoriteGnome on Etsy. It's originally from Cute Embroidery. I think that's the Cute Embroidery Etsy shop now. And I just love this little Easter gnome. He is so, or she, no, he is so cute. I also have a chocolate gnome. I want to do that one too. But I think this one is so adorable. And I think this one I want to start too. It may not be until, you know, the middle of the month or something of that effect. Because I also have the Irish gnome I want to do as well. Or the St. Patrick's gnome. So these are the two I would like to get done. Whether I do or not is a completely different story. But yeah, those are a couple of my plans. And I have been thinking about 2025 already. Just because a lot of times, you know, I'll make plans and I don't go through with them. Like, I was supposed to work on Raccoon Cabin a lot this month. Needless to say, that didn't happen. I do have, I think I'm starting the April Quaker next month, and I'm working on She Mad Hatter Dreams. I am actually looking forward to the She Mad Hatter Dreams. I think I'm going to work on that for a couple of days. For a couple, you know, like an hour or two at a time. I'm not quite sure yet. But I'm going to try to work on the fairy for March. Whips. The cauldron, definitely. The Queen in a Bottle, I will start. The St. Patrick's gnome. The shamrock. The Easter gnome. The fairy rabbit. The She Got Lost. Or She Fell Asleep and Got Lost. I don't know. She got lost. We're just gonna call it that. That one was my birthday start, or my birth month start. Of course, I'm gonna start the Gothic Light. And then the cauldron that I'm starting, this one here, after I start it on Thursday, I might work on it on the 29th of every month. Not sure, but I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on that the 29th of every month. For some of these, I can work on for like Animal April, like the geometric moose. Any of the other animals that I want to work on. Also, time for tea. See how much of that I can get done. These won't all be worked on in a week. I can tell you that right now. The seasonal love or season of love, I don't know when I'll get back to that. I mean, the hearts are relatively easy, and I'm only using one thread because it's silky, and that's why I chose the silky. So we'll take it from there. And plus I have to work on the Addams Family, John and Abigail. Not Gomez and Morticia. And Addams Family and Boo. Plus whatever on my 24 for March. I didn't bring the bag out. I didn't think about it. I was kind of running around trying to figure out what I wanted to put. I think I know what they are though. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. Oop. On the back of this. Nope. Oh. Here it is. Let's see. It's for March. It's She Mad Hatter Dreams, which is a Barbara Anna, and then the April Quaker from the Heart Needle Art. And then I printed out the list. I just have to do it. For April, it's Snort Stack by Plum Street and Gathering Honey by the Blue Flower. And then for May, which is Mad May, it's Alice's Mad Plant and the Wonderland Teacups. So, yeah. So those are those. I did 12 whips and 12 new starts. So Gathering Honey will be the new start in April, and Short Snack will be the whip. She Mad Hatter Dreams is the whip, and the Quaker is, the April Quaker is the new start. I don't know if I'm going to get the March Quaker done. It's like off my radar right now. I might be able to work on it a little bit, because I have to do some frogging. But yeah, I try to work on a couple projects a day. Like 1 in the morning, because like I said, I'm up early in the morning. So I try to work on a couple projects in the mornings. Or one project in the morning and then one at night. It depends. April Quaker. And she mad hatters. I mean, technically I can work on them whenever I want, but I'm just trying to stick to a schedule of what I want to do. Because, you know, I get told I have to do something, or it's like with the, you know, the whip go. I like doing the whip go, but sometimes I'm really not all into what I'm doing. Like, I really did not want to start that tree, but I did because it was on my whip go. So started, I took a picture before, I took a picture of my progress. I worked on it yesterday, and then took the picture of the progress that I did yesterday, and then that was my thing. So that was what I did. I do have some smalls Halloween that I want to try to get done this month as well. But if I do, awesome. If I don't, oh well. You know, what am I going to do? You know, I'm only one person. I got two hands. Plus, I got to do quilting things. So, I try to plan out my day. I haven't quilted today because I just have not felt like it. But when I get home from my torture session with my physical therapist with my shoulder, tomorrow morning, I should be home by 11:30. In my meeting, I will sit down and I will cut out things, because on Friday I can quilt all day. So I'm going to cut out some more what am I going to cut out? Oh, some more bow cozies. I'm going to cut out some of these things. And these are going to actually, you know, they're going to be book themed. Like, I'm doing an Alice in Wonderland one. Oh, yeah. I want to do a Labyrinth one. Harry Potter. One. You know, just because if you can't watch her right now because I think she's taking all her videos down. But Angie, the hibernation stitcher, she has one that I sent to her just as a gift. And I miss her. I really miss watching her and talking to her and whatnot. But it is what it is, you know. I have been talking to my friend Claudia, who is in Oklahoma. She's the one that's doing this one. So if anybody, you know, it doesn't have to be a Winkin, Blinkin, or Nod. It just has to be a project that's going to take you a little bit. Not necessarily 4 years, but it can be a leap year project. And you can work on it on the 29th of every month. If you want to join us, just, you know, get in touch with me at on my Instagram, which is SoFly's Unique Boutique, which is sofly.uniqueboutique on Instagram. It's SEWFLYS.uniqueboutique on Instagram. Or you can email me. It's SoFly'sUniqueBoutique@gmail.com. Or you can comment down below. I mean, either way, I will see it. And all I'm asking for is, you know, a project picture once a month. I mean, it's not a big deal. Claudia and I talk a lot, so she has coffee with me every morning, or on Thursday mornings after this has been uploaded, because this is Wednesday, February 28th, so this will go up tomorrow. But yeah, I'm trying to think, is there anything else I wanted to start? I have gotten some animal patterns, like I have the geometric moose, I have a tribal bear, I have a tribal butterfly, which I'm going to try to get to I also have some dogs and cats. I have a dog paw, which I kind of want to put, you know, put Patches underneath the name Patches, because that's my dog's name. And hopefully at this event, I'm going to make up some blank pet mats. And I'm going to be right next to the gentleman, hopefully, if he, you know, that embroiders. And then if somebody wants to buy one of the pet mats, that's fine. I'll just take it over to him and say, okay, this is who you want to talk to. You know, and I pay him $8, I think, and I charge $12 for the pet mat, so it's $20. If they don't want one like that, at least they'll have a blank, you know, so they know what it looks like. So yeah, they're for dogs, cats, whatever. And what I've started doing, or I've done with one, is I put like a dog bone above the name and then below the name. And if it's for a cat, then put the cat's name with a fish bones or fish bones. You know. And they're cute. They're very, very cute when they're all made up. So, anyway. But I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. And I hope that you stay safe, stay warm. If you're cold where you are, stay dry, because we got rain here. And just, you know, stitch. And please, you know, drop me a line about what you like to stitch. You know, you know, Halloween is my favorite right now. Well, I don't know, but Halloween is my jam. That's why I like the Sanderson sisters, Hocus Pocus. You know, skeletons, bats, cauldrons, all kinds of things. Like the Gothic light is very, in my eyes, it's kind of Halloween-y. She does have some Halloween stuff. Barbara Anna does. But I kind of like the Gothic light. So that's why I got it. So if you have any questions, if you want to know about anything, you know, like what I do and what I don't do. I don't know. No, I did not show this. I don't know if I showed this the other day, but this is one of the finishes I did with my, I put my quilting and my cross stitching together. This is called Beehive, and I can't remember the name of the shop. I think it's Hair and Needle on Etsy. And I changed the colors out a little bit. I changed the vines here, these viney things, to a green. And I changed the, I think the bee color and the bee skip color, the brown, to the brown. Because it was supposed to be, all of the leaves, the vines and the leaves were supposed to be this brown. And I didn't like it. So I changed it out. And I love 931 and 930, which is the dark blue and the light blue. And the bee fabric my daughter picked out. And I put blue flannel on the back. It's kind of modeled. But yeah. And I even made the little tabbies here out of the bee fabric. So if you're interested in how I did this, it wasn't very hard, but if you're interested in how I did it, and you want a tutorial, just let me know. I've been thinking about doing stitch with me's, but instead I can do a quote with me, or a finish with me, or something to that effect, if that's what you want to have happen. If you do, awesome. If you don't, That's all. Just comment below. And hopefully I'll see you next week. I am going to start recording on Thursday and uploading on Friday because I'm home on Fridays. Thursday mornings are starting to become an issue because of the length of time that it takes for it to upload. And it's been taking quite a long time. I mean, I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning one Thursday, and it still hadn't uploaded by 7. So, yeah. So I think it would be easier for me to record on Thursday and upload on Friday. So I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. So if you don't see me Thursday morning, look for me on Friday morning. And like I said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend. Just, stay safe, be safe, the whole bit.